You. And you. I'm gonna take my spectacles off.
Yeah.
Let's get the music adjusted here. Anyway,
So
everyone.
Red. Does that mean go when it's red?
Yes, we're go.
Okay, good. We go.
Oh yeah, we gotta pull up. We gotta pull up.
Talking to us.
Right.
Here we are on the Mick and Duane Show, episode 15.
15.
We do believe.
See, there we are.
There we are. Yeah. Just a little bit of a delay.
Hello there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay. It kind of messes with you. We got that turned down, right?
It's actually a 15-second delay.
No, it gets closer. It starts out like slower, and then as the longer. We got this. We're professionals.
Yeah.
It's all right. 15 times.
Look at those guys on there.
Sorry, Beth, you're still on.
I know.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Might as well just have a seat.
Mick and Duane Show, episode
No.
15.
Yeah.
We would like to thank people that are joining. See,
Yeah.
people join. Tonight we have special guests. We have Beth Crabtree. We have Aaron Miller.
Yep.
And Larry
And?
Pancake. Larry, scoot in a little bit.
Larry.
Scoot in just a little bit.
Rather not.
The pancake maker.
Something pop up.
LP in the house.
We'll pop over to Mick for a second.
Hello, folks.
We have several things to talk about. I've got some cool news to share with everyone. We got all kinds of cool stuff to talk about.
I'm glad you do, because I don't.
Yeah, you never do.
I never do.
You never do your
I'm
homework.
the Ed McMahon.
You are.
I just
Ed McMahon.
laugh
What do you do?
and drink.
Laugh and drink.
Yeah. And interject every now and then.
Okay.
That's great.
There you go. well, see, that's what we need.
Yeah.
Let's zoom in on a little bit here. Let's see. There we go. Get a little tighter, a little closer. We'll feel a little closer.
Yeah. Next we need a producer, so you don't have to fill with that all that.
Right.
Yeah. There's
Those cost
hey
money.
guys.
Those cost money. See, the switch is over you.
Yeah.
So don't pay attention to that because it's behind.
It's good.
It's hard not to. The screen's on there. It's like on a 15-second up delay. So you keep. I keep. I like to get it from my sponsors.
It's like satellite.
Keystone Light, Dollar Tree. Thank you guys.
Dollar Tree Ray-Bans.
Dollar Tree, Aviator.
Aviator sunglasses. I promote them on every tour I do.
Ranger Select.
That's right. Make sure I want to add this. Make sure you catch us. We're going to be planning a three-week tour. You know, totally.
Like the SS Lino, a 3-hour tour.
3-week tour. We're going to be.
Thurston Hound going to be there.
It's going to be. We're going to start out to be Cerrito Canova, South Point, Bonington. 3-week tour.
Yeah, I've done one of those.
And thank you. We'll be there.
All right. So anyway, let's get into some cool happenings for the Four Skulls this week. What was the coolest thing that happened this week?
We're going right off the bat with that, are we?
Yeah, we're going.
I don't know. What I can't think of anything, Nick. What was the cool happening?
Okay, so
I saw it.
You saw it.
I saw it.
Did you see it?
Oh yeah.
Did you see it?
I did see it.
Well.
So the
I
true
did.
true story is, this is how it happened. I woke up, getting ready to go to work, turned the shower on,
That's a good thing.
had to take a dump. So I sat down. I got my phone. I'm scrolling through Facebook.
Right.
And I see a picture of Mark Torian with a Four Skulls shirt on, and he's got that rock magazine. I'm like, Mark Torian of the Bullet Boys with the shirt. You all remember when I gave it to him?
Yeah.
A size small that I wasn't sure I had because I don't order a
He asked
small.
Mark Torian, what's that shirt you're wearing? He said small. Nick's like, no.
Yeah. Let me go look. Let me go look. I went back to the merch table and I was digging through. There was 2 smalls. And I was like, yes. So
So I brought him both of them.
Yeah.
We knew he was going to wear them, you know.
Well, he
Oh,
was.
go ahead. Oops.
Oh,
I said
heck.
that.
Well, he was just. Mark was just.
Wing-tipped Oxfords, black and white. Wing-tipped Oxfords and a Four Skull shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks when you meet somebody
Music
that's.
Scene Magazine.
It sucks
Thank
when
Mark.
when you meet somebody that's famous or whatever, and they're just a total douche.
Yeah.
blow you off.
Yeah.
And Mark was just cool
Yeah.
as fuck.
Yeah,
Mamas,
I met him when he
Cowboys
first came in
wrong.
and said,
Yeah.
"Hey man, we're gonna be opening up for you." I said, "Good to meet you. Glad to have you here." And he's like,
Well,
"Cool, man."
you remember you had that rat shirt on,
Yeah, and he mentioned it.
and he said, and he come over there and he said, you know, I wrote their song,
He said,
Yeah,
Reach
I
for the
wrote
Sky.
on it.
Because
Yeah,
you
Reach
had
for
that,
the Sky. Yeah.
you had
The
that.
first album.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But-
Round and
No,
round?
he said I wrote the song Reach for the Sky, and I got to thinking. I said the album was called Reach for the Sky. There wasn't a song called Reach for the Sky. He said, oh, there is. They just didn't put it out.
So he wrote a song they didn't release.
Right, but they didn't write that naming the album after. But there's a song called Reach for the Sky that Rat did. That Mark Torian, I don't know if he helped write, whatever. But
I'm sure he's
Oh,
heard a lot
Larry.
of those hair band type songs back in those days. They were so close knit before the internet, and they all had to get together personally and write songs. So everybody that came from the Sunset Strip in that area, Bullet Boys, Rat, and Motley Crue, all
Yeah.
those guys were passing each other on the street going gig to gig, you know. So I'm sure they all got.
well, they were all cool to each other, you know. It wasn't.
I hadn't made it yet, so they
Yeah,
was all trying to
they were all,
help each other.
they were all
probably.
cool with each other. Everybody wasn't fucking douchebags.
Correct. Thank God. Now
Oh.
we have the music.
I forgot about the.
What?
See, if I click on there, remember? Oh no, I can go. So he's a shot. And Larry, if Larry's talking, talk, Larry.
You gotta talk.
And
Let's
it'll,
pull
and
that
it'll,
up.
wait a minute.
Let's pull that up on that
Over.
big monitor,
It'll-
like the
it'll
live
zoom
feed
over.
from that. Can you do that?
No, can't do that. Come here.
Man, can't you see enough of yourself now?
I just shaved my beard a little bit the other day, and I just kind of wanted to see in real time. And now I'm going to try to time it, wait 10 minutes, and keep the conversation going.
I got 3 words for you.
Okay.
Just for men.
Yeah. Now it's going over to
3 words.
Okay.
Yeah, don't pay attention to that. Yeah, and the camera's here.
Yeah.
Man, that was dramatic. I
That's what
actually
the
thought
problem
it
is.
was
Is the
coming to
camera's
me.
there. I just
Yeah,
the
I was like,
camera is like this.
No, we do that all the time. So the camera's there.
Just for me. Sounds like they caught me in my gray beard.
Looks like
Wait, did you guys finally give me a sponsor? Great.
Just for men.
Makes me want to pull
Well, we
Y'all got guitars, picks,
we've been working
jerk
on.
bags. I got
I'm-
just
I
for
do have a
men.
pick endorsement. You guys got pick endorsement.
Yeah. Switching over to mix. No, we are with Sinister.
Okay. Sounds kind of mean.
I've done. I've got some Intune.
Yeah.
These are Intune. Intune did these for me.
I'm on my 4th series now.
Yeah, Intune did these. They did those. And then I hooked up with. Let me find one. Oh, Duane is too. Duane and I both.
Alright, while they're divvying out their sponsorships, I want to look at you guys and say Aaron Marshall Miller needs a clothing sponsorship and some microphones.
Well, what I was
I
going
want
to say.
really cool bell bottoms, either like size 30 bell bottoms, size about 30, 31
Your sister.
bell bottoms, or women's size
Flip it over.
7
We got the backs up. We got our signature on the back up.
bell bottoms. Alright, thank you.
I've got a whole collection of picks.
Go ahead.
I've collected over the years from different people I've met.
I've got some too, man,
Shows
yeah.
I've been to and stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool.
We always
My own
tease
beer.
Aaron about the scarf endorsement.
My own-
Scarf. Yeah, we've been working on Aaron a scarf
For my
endorsement.
own beer.
Torian wears a lot of scarves.
Yes, he does. He does.
So there's a guy.
I challenge you to
Cinderella.
You need a glove.
So look,
Challenge you to
I want one glove, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to
One
bring-
glove?
bring it back, don't I?
Yeah.
And white
I
socks.
saw him once. Michael Jackson.
yeah,
Short pants and white socks.
Las Vegas.
at
Forum shops. He was in there
his
shopping.
amusement park or something.
No, it was,
What?
yeah, I was a kid. Going over there as a kid.
Neverland Ranch. Is that where it was?
Was you a cute kid?
That
Though?
was.
Yeah.
Boy, had hair then. And
me some more
I
of
was
that,
at the Forum
please.
shops
Pour
in Las
me,
Vegas. and
pour me.
He was in there shopping. They
Pour
had all
me
these
some more.
beer, yeah. Screamed at him.
No doubt.
Remember me? Stage right.
No,
I wish I would have.
that's horrible. Remember me, man?
When I was 8.
Now,
Let's
he's
give some
innocent.
shout outs. Who's on here, man?
Innocent.
Who's watching this craziness?
Oh, let's see. My loser brother Joe is on here.
JB!
JB.
We ought to
What's
give a
up,
shout
people?
out to JB.
Fish Hardy's on. What's up? Too many people. I'd like to welcome everyone. We got lots and lots to talk about. I mean, tons of stuff.
And Larry Pancake, special guest in the house.
Yeah, can you tag me on there?
Yeah, after when it's over.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, when it's over, I can tag you.
Come here, I want to
Good,
thank you.
good.
No, I spared him. Went for the lower gut.
I hate it when other. Okay, I got something here. I hate it when other bands do this, but I'm gonna do it.
Turn this into a mixed drink, Duane.
I will tell
Oh,
you.
this is hers.
Nope, she's got her own.
No, she don't drink, man.
Dwayne already knows,
I've got my.
and I will tell you off camera. I'm working on another endorsement,
Okay, sweet.
and it's gonna be cool shit.
Oh, I already know, I think, because you talked about it the other night when we were in here.
Yeah, you was here.
Remember Mick.
I forgot.
Dun-dun,
Okay, yeah.
whiskey races.
So I can't talk about it yet, but I
What the hell's
haven't.
wrong with you, man?
I haven't.
He's already told me about it.
Yeah, I forgot you were here. I'm sorry.
I was doing the robot. There you said it.
So anyway, about
Remember
the music, should we turn it up a little bit?
It goes up and down. It's just,
Yeah, every time we do a
You know what?
Facebook Live.
I could probably share that right now as we're doing it right.
yeah.
I couldn't, then people could watch, right?
Or you could join on the group.
I ain't getting in the middle of no group nothing.
what happened?
Tammy Kaiser.
Last.
You call last.
Alvin Cordell.
Aaron calls last. Alvin, we were expecting you to
Yeah,
show
I
up.
did text Alvin and he did not text me back.
He's a loser.
I think his
Yeah.
wife's the one.
Are you in
texting me most of
Michigan,
the
or-
time from his phone?
Where you at, Alvin?
Alvin, where are you? Appalachian lady, JB.
Wants to hear it, don't he?
What up, Ray?
He probably wants to
Ray
see
Bob.
Angel next.
Okay, so anyway,
How do I take my other page on
Oh, I just checked in as well.
anytime we do any of these Mick and Duane shows, Larry,
here? Yes, sorry.
if we spin music, Facebook, if it's copyrighted stuff
Flag
or
it.
whatever, they'll
Yeah.
cut all the audio. So we try and spin independent bands.
Andy.
Even if you're talking
Hey, Ray.
and
It'll-
you're filming
it'll cut-
and
it'll
it's
cut
in the background,
it'll cut everything.
You know what, man? I had
That's a bunch
this
of
guy in
BS.
Canada is filming or a hunting show, and I gave them permission to use my music in a hunting episode, and they still were flagged.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Facebook sucks, but
Hey,
No,
Patrick.
but it's
use
also
Miller.
a good thing though. I mean,
JB.
JB,
Judy Chop.
Everybody do a Judy Chop.
Ninja.
Yeah.
Judy Shaw.
Yeah. So anyway, who we're spinning tonight is a band called Straw Kites. They are out
From
of
Europe, right?
England.
Ah.
Yeah, they're very, very Pink Floyd sounding. That's their mantra. It's Pink Floyd, and they don't deny it. They embrace it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really cool
I like
band.
Somebody called
Dame right,
Greta.
son. Dame right.
Keith Symes, their guitar player and mastermind guitarist, writer.
It's very
Cool guy.
relaxing. It's like yoga.
It is. It is. It's like dope smoking music, ain't it, Aaron?
I think I heard this.
I don't
at
know
the-
anything
at the
about that.
Spalding.
You don't know? Okay.
I was at the Spalding
Better
the other
not.
day. I
I
heard
told
this.
you
Alright.
because you're in sin.
Certain circles. I walk the line.
Okay, so
Sees no light.
since we have
Jack
Mr.
Daniels.
since we have Mr. Larry Pancake in attendance here,
That's
gonna-
my real name.
Larry
Get it out of the
Pancake.
way. It's German.
Yes, ladies and
Van
gentlemen.
Kuchen is the translation.
I'm
Yeah.
going.
My longtime friend and great country songwriter.
I'm gonna put him on the.
Country, classic rock.
Country's up in the air.
Totally.
No,
I mean,
uh,
just good old boy.
We I don't play.
Started out our
much.
careers together, and
Country.
one of my good buddies.
So I'm gonna put Larry Pancake on the spot here,
Good.
and He's been working on a documentary.
Yeah.
Okay, see how much quicker it's getting? See, it's catching up. Because I just did that like
Can
10
you
seconds
zoom in
ago.
out
What do
of
you
this
got,
and
Bob's
just get me-
Wi-Fi here for your service provider?
No, man,
Bob's?
it goes out of
It's
here.
dial-up.
It's fine here.
AOL dial-up.
See, man, it's got to go all the way out to Facebook, and then they got to process it, and then they got to broadcast it. So,
You gotta
Will
make
you
sure-
guys hurry up.
make sure there's nothing bad on there before they let it go.
there's not
No,
never
I'm saying
anything bad.
Facebook has to make sure you're not
Right.
killing somebody or something.
Right.
They good
Yeah.
money. Dollar Tree.
All TV does a delay like that, man. You know,
That's right. 5-second delay. So they can, if you like.
story of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, it is. Story of my life.
Okay, can I get on with this?
I'm sorry.
Sure.
So I've got Larry Pancake here, and he has a documentary coming out about the country music highway. Am I correct?
Yes.
That's right. Myself and a buddy of mine named
So if you will,
David A. Bocook and I had written this treatment with a buddy of mine about the country music highway. It had never been done. You're talking from Greenup County, Kentucky to Pikeville, Letcher County, on past Pikeville and to Letcher County. And there's never, from what we found out researching, there's not a bigger cluster of famous musicians, songwriters, performers from any place in the world than there is in this 144-mile stretch from Greenup to Letcher County. So you've got the newest guys, you're talking Chris Stapleton-ish kind of guys, Tyler Childers, who's a friend of mine. Tyler, he's also, he made
where's he from?
he is from Lawrence County, and he's in the documentary as well. But you've got, starting here in Greenup County, you've got Billy Ray, then you've got the Judds, and then go down to Lawrence County, Ricky Skaggs, Larry Coral, Don Rigsby's now named on the road. I can't say it because of the documentary, but it's a big part of it because we're making some noise for it. He got named on the road. He's the last person that's been named on it.
Right.
So,
Well, you got Loretta Lee in.
Loretta and Crystal Gale,
Yeah.
Chris Stapleton's from Johnson County. You know,
I drive to Pikeville all the time, and I see one called Hilo Brown. I'm like, who the
Hilo
fuck
Brown.
is Hilo Brown?
Hilo was
Bobby Bear.
Hilo was a bluegrass player.
Okay.
And he there's a guy.
Oh, it's a dude.
Yeah, it's a guy.
I always thought it was a girl.
Tom T. Hall made it somewhere on there.
Well, Tom T. is from Carter County, Kentucky, and what the road kind of does with stars is it branches out into Elliott and to Carter because you got Keith Whitley and
Bobby Bear is from Ireland, but
well, see,
it's
we
close
tried to
23,
include Bobby in this thing,
It's
and
Bobby Bear.
old,
country singer.
Okay.
and
I'm not a country
Earl
guy.
Thomas
I don't know.
Conley's from Portsmouth.
Oh, Thomas Conley.
Yeah, I talked to Earl, and he didn't
Well,
want to do it.
that's the start of it.
Actually, yeah, it really is. The South Kentucky is called the gateway to
I'm
the
gonna
country
put
music.
Larry
South
on.
Shore.
South Shore, Kentucky is called
Our
that.
show tonight, or your all show. I'm yes.
I was, talking.
So yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Pardon me.
No, but he's right. You got Earl Thomas Conley coming in from Portsmouth, and if you want to be technical, you
I
got
think
Roy Rogers.
what
from
you
up
just
there.
said is on the South Shore is the gateway.
The gateway. Yeah, that
I think
sign's
that's
gone now. They
Is
tore
it gone?
Yeah, it's a shame. We
I
didn't
saw
get
it
it on
somewhere
film.
just a week or
We
two
got it
ago.
on film.
Okay.
Unless they did put it back up, but
Or like some drunk run over it, or what?
probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got the
It
gateway to
happens.
Country Music
Yeah.
Highway, and it comes on down through. And I went to Russell High School, and growing up, Billy was from Flatwoods, and
You from
I'm from
Flatwoods?
Flatwoods, yeah. So it was a big deal to me, influentially.
Is there any good place to get a hot dog down there?
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris
Well,
Hot
you
Dogs.
got-
That's right.
you got
We had to get that in there.
Yeah.
I went in there the other night and got food by myself, I got no friends, man.
Aaron,
Not on Tuesday.
do you need my drink?
Yes,
My
baby.
Pepsi?
Anyway, what was
Pepsi.
Your Pepsi. Here's your Pepsi, son.
See, Duane and I do not hide. I am drinking bourbon. I don't know what the rest of them are drinking.
Yeah.
I'm drinking
I'm
bourbon.
drinking Pepsi and water.
It's mine. But you can have a drink, honey. Sorry, Larry.
Sorry, I forget where I was. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's going to be cool. My
Great
buddy
nights.
David Bocook and David he directed it and has done most of the editing. We've worked 3 years. We've got, which is great because I've got to network with these people. Ricky Skaggs, I got T. Graham Brown, I got all the Whitleys in there. I've got Vince Gill, the Oak Ridge Boys, and all these people that I have made contacts with over the years you know, have said, sure. What I called T. Graham one day, and I said, he goes, what do I have to do with that? And I had found an interview where Keith Whitley dies 1989, May 9th, 1989, and T. Graham is on the news, the local news in Nashville, crying his eyes out. We were just working together. We were going home to do a concert, and so in the documentary, it goes from that to him today talking about what happened.
Wow.
So, and
Yeah, that's cool.
you know, it's a historical thing, it's a factual thing, it's a educational thing, it's a, you know, and there's a lot of my music's in it, a lot of independent artists are in it. That's the thing, it's in the legal process. Everything has to be,
But there's no hard rock in it.
no hard rock.
We need to add the four skulls to the country music.
And you know, we've got
Oh,
two,
I want my own sign.
You're trying on sign.
one sad,
538.
one
Right.
sad
That's the
note,
hard rock, hard rock highway.
Cannonsburg Road.
Now you know your next
Yeah.
project.
yeah, we could do that.
The rock
but,
music highway.
Lynn's brother Herman, he just passed away. We got a lot of good stuff. Herman was really
Yeah.
good to me over the years. I could call him anytime and say, I'm bringing my mom down, I'm bringing so-and-so down
Yeah,
to
I
the
met him
house.
at the store once.
Yeah, great guy. He loved to tell people stories about Loretta and their mom and dad, and so I don't know really what's going to happen with the place now. I think maybe his kids might, I don't know. But I could call Herman anytime and say, I want to come to the house and just sit on the porch and breathe the air.
But I don't know if this is true or not, but didn't Loretta Lynn and Christy Bell sisters?
Yeah, they're sisters. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know that a lot of people know that.
Oh, well, you'd be surprised at people that don't know it.
Right.
Is Christy Bell a stage name then?
That's her middle name.
Gail's the middle name.
Webb.
Okay.
Yeah.
So stage.
Crystal Gail Webb, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that was one of my
There we go.
favorites. I mean, when I
Another
was
one from
young,
Pikeville is
my
Patty
dad-
Douglas.
Patty Loves. Okay,
my
I
mom
went
playing Crystal
to.
Gale, and I looked absolutely stunning as
Yeah.
well.
Ironically, I stumbled across this actor named David Keith, and he was in Officer and a Gentleman. He hung himself at the end, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he was also in Major League. He was Parkman, you know, he was
Yeah.
a real butthole in there.
Yeah, he's at Major League too.
He was in the video, You're Lying, Cheating, something, whatever, Patty Loveless video. A friend of mine, Phil Ledbetter, who's a world-class dobro player, took me up with him, so we went to his house. It was really cool to get to talk to him all day long about. He had actually written a script for a Keith Whitley movie, and he was going to play Keith. He went back to Sandy Hook. He stayed in Keith's childhood home. He wore his clothes. He was trying to get in character, and then, like, I think last minute, some people pulled out the project. But he's an interesting guy. You know,
I like the Sandy Hook area.
that's great. They got a lot of little hot rock places up there. The Frosty Tree.
Yeah, I go by it all the time.
Yeah. And the owner of the Frosty Tree passed away in the middle of our family too.
Oh, wow.
But the Whitleys, just, you know, whatever you know about the Whitleys, they're good people. Dwight and his wife they're great people. Dwight's got a son that's plays. He's really good too. And you know, that whole family, they've been cursed, man. And Dwight and I have talked about this before. They've been cursed and blessed at the same time. You know, Keith was really young when he died.
How was it?
He was in his 30s, man. He was like 33 maybe, I think. Yeah. But the impact, like Vince Gill told me, he said, and this is in the documentary, he said, when Keith died, we were all young, 1989. I wrote down the first verse to Go Rest Out on the Mountain. A lot of people don't know the story.
A little swig of that before you put that something.
He put that song away, and then his brother died like 4 years later, and he finished it. You know what I mean? So the first verse, I know you're alive, or whatever, is about
On
Keith
earth there's
Whitley.
trouble.
Yeah. Only you. Yeah, he wrote that first verse about Keith Whitley. And so he said Keith had a small but important part to history as far as his life goes. Vince was the nicest guy, man. We ate fried chicken together. We talked on the phone several times. He is the more famous person I've met over the years have been the more accommodating and the more.
You think we could get him on the Mick and Duane show?
You know what?
Yeah.
I could call him and try. We might be able to. We might be able to.
on the Hard Rock Mick and Duane show.
Might be able to
Well,
FaceTime
that's
him.
Martin,
Some of the lesser known people were harder to deal with. I'm not going to say their names. Some of them were real buttholes, you know.
Yeah.
And if I could have cut them out, I would.
Well, see, Four Skulls guys are really cool. So.
Well, you know.
I know you're alive.
And don't miss a little Pink Floydish type.
Yeah, we got music.
No, it's not G, is it?
No pain,
Isn't it G?
but afraid to face it. When no stranger to so go rest high on that mountain, 'cause on your wondrous dawn, go to Hades, love for the Father and Son. Oh, how we cry,
Gathered around grave, wish I could see the angels
Face, yeah.
when they hear your sweet voice sing.
Well, man or women?
Your rest high on that mountain, sun your world on earth's young. Go to heaven, shout
Go harmony, Duane.
love for the Father.
There you go.
Of course.
Go rest high on that mountain, sun
my bad. Let's repeat that.
Go to heaven, shouting love for the Father and the Son.
Something like that. You know, I was not prepared for that, but.
Yeah.
Is that G? Did you play that in G? What is that?
I've had to sing that.
Some people
I've
do
had
it
to
G,
sing
some
that.
people do it in
I did it at
I've
Mark
had some-
Justice's
I had
funeral.
some, yeah, I've had some family members pass away here. Last year was a very hard year for my family, so and that's like after.
I think I'll do it higher
like,
than that.
You know, mourning over
Yeah.
them, and you know, because if I can't, you know.
All right, back to JB.
Anyway,
Back to
Vince
JB and
Gill.
Judy Chop.
Anyway,
Judy Chop, chop,
Vince
Judy Chop.
Anyway, so they're saying
It's getting too morbid in here.
Keith Whitley and Vince and all
A
that.
little
Here we go.
connection.
Sorry about that, man.
Vince's brother,
That was improv.
Vince's
Improv.
brother passed
Improv.
away, and he
Yeah, put it up.
finished the song.
Good singing there.
Gee, thanks, pal.
I'm gonna keep on this.
Now I can say I've sung with Larry Pankey.
There you go.
Yeah, I've got credits.
Yeah, right. I sang with you, man.
Because if we would have sang out of the original key, like
Chops.
my
Gee, right.
favorite Vince Gill ever.
What comments we got going on?
We got all kinds of stuff.
You would have. I'd
Let's
have
see.
to say
Tell
that.
Larry if
I
he
do
sings.
that. I've done that. I think
In the
about
nuts.
Vince keep his day job.
Sing-
Oh,
George Johnson.
Baby,
Yeah, I love George.
Bazinga.
George Johnson
Yeah.
says, "Tell Larry if he sings Vince, keep his day job."
Yeah, that's right. He's right.
John Hurley, Squirrely.
Yep.
Is that Squirrel?
Squirrel says, "I'm thinking the guy with the sheep on his shirt must be the driver or the guy with all the drugs."
Nope.
No, I'm not.
No.
Hey, I'm the trusted Uber driver.
No, he's the Uber driver.
Hey, listen, George Johnson's been a big part of my life. He played bass with me for years. He's been like a dad to me. You know? He's a really good guy.
John Hurley says, "I'll get there, Mick."
Oh,
Duff Holbrook. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
old Duff.
Hey, Duff. Stephanie Baker. Hey, Steph. Jimmy Little.
Jimmy Little. Jimmy Little. We have
Yeah.
inspired Jimmy Little. We're going to have Jimmy Little.
You got the little Martians in your hot tub still?
Jimmy Little's wanting to do a cameo from Michigan.
Yeah?
He's wanting involved in the Mick and Duane show.
How are we going to do that?
We'll figure it out.
You know, put a little monitor back here with
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy, if you get on the show, you gotta bring your little Martians with you.
Yeah, we can do it. Okay, so back to the Four Skulls T-shirt thing.
I was really impressed with that. Mark Torian, you know, a lot of people might not know him by name.
You almost told me.
But he's a big name in
Yeah,
hair
he
band type music, man. They're still touring pretty strong. Well, you guys have toured with them. They're touring really strong. Smooth Up In You was their biggest hit, but people wouldn't know. But you know,
He's kept his voice, so
He
that's
has.
one thing
He
I've
sounded
asked him.
great.
Yeah,
He played
he's
great.
amazing.
He's still tiny as hell.
he's a
And I-
very small guy.
And
He is
I
small,
was
yeah.
I was standing like right in front of him when he was
Yeah.
performing.
Yeah.
But he's
And-
larger than life, though, man.
Well,
Yes, he is.
Larger than
What's your
life.
take on it?
My take on him was that he took a lot from Paul Stanley.
Yeah, and then
I
His
see that.
his
I see that.
his things. He'd
Yeah,
be
yeah.
jamming to the and then go.
yeah.
Like that.
He
And then
Damn
and
right.
then on
Damn
top go.
right.
from what I
What about
It
the
was
video?
awesome.
The video that with the shirt on, as hard as a rock. When he ended it, you know, he
Yeah.
and then
So I don't know
And
if you I don't know if you saw my second post, the video.
yeah.
I found a video of him with the
is he
Four
playing in it?
with the
Total
Four
Paul,
Skulls shirt on.
total
Yeah.
Paul Stanley influence. too.
Yeah. So
Wow.
and
Well,
he's so,
wait,
he's
There is
so
a 10-second delay.
he's
in
so
there.
small that the Four Skulls logo was like huge on him. And
Well,
it was just
he-
awesome seeing
I
him.
did get to talk to him once, and
Hard
I
as a
said,
rock.
he was a very
Remember that
humble
song?
guy, man.
He
very
is
humble.
He was very humble. He was
Yeah.
great. He's great. The Firehouse guys were cool too.
Yeah, yeah.
Chips,
CJ
Chips enough.
Snare.
Chips enough to talk to him.
CJ Snare. Those,
Enough
the
said.
thing about those guys, man, is
No,
they,
it's Chips enough.
Yeah,
So,
that's his name.
yeah.
CJ is the lead singer. The thing about those guys is they've done it. They don't have any reason to be cocky.
No.
They don't have a reason to be a butthole to people, you know.
But when we played with Jeff Tate,
Now that's kind of cool. I missed that. I would love
Was
to have
absolutely
was
awesome.
It was
even
awesome.
though
Was
we
he
weren't
a nice guy?
we weren't
Yeah,
allowed
Cat
around
comes
him,
by and says, "Hey, man, we dig."
he
your
was
old
all
set."
rock star,
Yeah.
which I was fine with because when
Yeah.
he came out and it was louder than Jesus.
Oh, don't you cry.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was just
I
man.
would
that
love
was
to have
just-
gone. I wish I'd have gone.
That's
to
the
the show.
that's the best show I've ever
His daughter
been
was
to. in my
very
life.
nice and approachable.
But we got big. Tell them about that.
True. There was a lot of bands on the list to open.
Yeah.
And the promoter told me that he went through and checked out all the bands and listened to them and all that. And
Really?
he cut a few bands.
That's kind of weird
Yeah.
for a guy to do that.
Well, he didn't want shit bands
I understand,
opening up
yeah.
for him. So he cut he cut some
Right,
bands and,
right.
and we made the cut.
Yeah.
So we were. that
Well, they
was
must
cool.
have listened to the wrong recording.
Oh,
he did.
come on, Larry.
He must
Yeah.
have. Fuck Larry Pancake.
Yeah, well,
Who invited him?
Speaking of the
Hey,
mic,
we'll edit this.
I gotta piss.
All right, hey, I got news. So
We got more news. Let's go.
hurry up. I got
You know
news.
what? You ought to get Mark Torian on here. You could do it through Skype or something.
I'll
You
have
could
to
do
figure
it.
that out. Yeah,
Yeah, I think we could do
I
that.
think he would do it.
Yeah, he would.
He's cool.
Make you a big logo. Tell him you've got all these listeners. You know, he would do it.
All he
be
would have
lying.
to do. All he would have to do is watch one of our episodes, and he would be in.
Especially this.
I
one.
think so.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, we got all kinds of people wanting to be guests on our show.
I didn't even know I was going to be a guest on it. I would have
Bullshit.
dressed up.
You all been planning this all
I
week.
did not know.
Bull.
I was just coming up.
This is their whole week.
This is truly me.
They've
right
been
here.
planning
I'm the
this
black
all
sheep,
week.
man.
I guarantee.
I didn't know. I've been trying to get Alvin to bring me up here, but he's always doing something.
Yeah, he's
He's
busy
out
man.
doing his touring thing, you know, and working or whatever.
He's a busy man. I love Al.
With the Wookiee.
Yep, him and
Alvin's a
Wookie.
very
Yeah.
smart guy, man.
Yeah, he is.
He's very technical with that 80s hairband music.
Yeah, but you gotta watch out. He has Skittles pox.
Are they contagious?
Have you seen that? Have you seen that?
Yeah, of course.
The chick looks
Yeah.
just like
Like
Alan.
he used-
Stop it.
But look at the chick.
She looks just like Alan.
Alvin's got pretty hair.
I haven't seen him in a little bit. Does he have it cut like a
No, it's still long.
little Dutch boy
It's
guy?
always, you know, he's got to have it long, you know.
All right,
Okay.
all right. So let's go to the
I
news.
look fat on here. More
Something
news.
about the camera.
More news.
We,
from Mick
we are
Ryan.
not as fat as this. It's something about the
It's
camera.
added a few pounds, taking away some muscle.
Right.
I mean, I work hard with this stuff.
something's amiss with the camera. I may have to send it back and have them work on it.
Yeah,
That's what I.
it's the Bevo.
It makes everything sound good on there, you know. So
It does.
you know it's broke. We're ding dong.
Okay, hey, Aaron.
Ah.
I'm getting ready to start the news part. I need you to try. I've got one. No, it's gone. Grab it.
He's like a pecker now.
I don't want one.
Oh my God.
I was so crispy.
Damn, no wonder, man. Hell, he got a.
I went up there the
That's
other
the
day.
best
Ordered-
mirror I've
you
ever
know,
seen
you
in there in
drive
that
through.
bathroom. Howdy,
That was
folks.
the
I'm
work
back.
out, right?
Want to come help work on it?
I ain't gonna do this.
Okay, here we go.
But it'd be great because I go through it all the
Well,
time.
just for call-ins.
Wait a
We
minute. Did
don't
the
make our
music
food
stop?
until you order.
I got
and
you.
I don't want to change that.
Yeah, I got you.
Are we still recording?
Yeah.
Oh, hello,
I love that
folks. I'm
football.
sorry I had to go to the restroom
And we
there.
ought to do a big sponsor buy. It'd be great on
Yeah,
there.
usually-
But yeah, I get it. I get a foot long.
We should do
I got
some
people
live
doing it.
performances here, Mick.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Dwayne,
Milkshake and
Dwayne, you're in.
Impression night. We should trade impressions.
So what we're talking about is
Jimmy
eating
Stewart.
at Crisp Restaurant.
I know what you were
The,
talking about when I went to
I'm getting an
bathroom.
endorsement
Yeah,
by
really.
the Larry Pancake.
Wait a minute, right here, right here. This, wait a minute, right here. This portion of the Mick and Duane show is sponsored by.
Crisp dairy chair or what is it?
Treat.
Treat, yeah.
Yeah.
Crisp dairy treat.
All right, take 99. Here we go.
Seriously
Larry.
though, as a kid, I'm a big fan of Ellen J's.
Yeah.
I'm from
Terrible
Flatwood.
at this.
I
All
actually
you
tried to
guys are
buy
terrible
it.
at this.
I just
Well,
walked in
I'm
on
a
this
good
and
one.
having to direct your ass.
Well, listen. So,
Ready, 2, 3.
But Crisp is like a staple.
Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. Hey, we're gonna turn it over and we're gonna thank our sponsors right now. So, anyway,
Crisp is like
Larry,
a
tell 'em.
staple of this area, though. Everybody knows Crisp.
Segue.
They stand in line for however long to get it out, at the place on 60. And then when it got to Flatwood, the old Layman's restaurant, then everybody started flocking to Flatwood. So
Yeah, believe it or not, Edmonds was another dairy bar. There was
I used to eat at Edmonds too.
and LJ. There was Edmonds and LJ.
Yeah.
The daughter, actually, I didn't know this, but Edmonds owned that building, and they rented it to Lehman.
Really?
Yes. And the daughter of Edmonds says that her dad would be very pleased that Chris was in his
Yeah.
building.
Yeah, he would.
Doing a dairy bar.
Well, the thing is
I was
when
very
they bought
happy about
that building from Bill, who was I can't remember Bill's last name. It was a grocery store when I was a kid. And then when I think it was Bill Lehman was his name, he came
He done
along.
Lehman's.
And he came
and
along, turned it into a restaurant, and he
Good shit.
started doing really good there. And then it just went out. And then it was a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah,
it
toward
was
Loco.
crappy. And then when you guys came in, it's back to its standard, and it's where it should be. So
All right,
good
and we're
place to go.
sponsoring the Mick and Duane show.
That's right.
I should get a free hot dog. out of
Where's the
that.
hot dog?
All right. Yeah, you have to go down there and get
Oh.
it.
We've been wanting to tell you a new endorsement for you.
Hot dog.
All right, back
Free
to
hot
back
dogs
to
for
the
you and
news
your
with
bag.
Mick Bryan. Ding 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 ding
News.
with Mick Bryan.
News with Mick Bryan.
News.
Well,
Sponsored
Aaron
by
doesn't have cable, so he don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you news.
Ron Burgundy
supported
here.
by Dwayne Chris
I am
on
Ron
the Mick and Duane
Burgundy.
show.
That's right.
News by
See,
Mick
look here.
Bryan.
Wait a minute. It's on me. It's on me only.
All right,
Cattle
A
with
classic
spice.
See, look.
Catonsburg.
See, look. It's on me only.
hush from the peanut gallery.
So
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
I've got. See, look. It's on me.
I gotta do the Egg McMahon.
He's a big man.
I don't know which
Okay.
screen to look at here.
So I've got news here. So I need people to chime in.
All
All
right,
right, let's do it.
Okay. So the big news this week was, of course, we talked about the Mark Torian with Four Skulls shirt. That was like number one.
right.
Second on my list of big news
Big news.
is that Four Skulls
Four Skulls.
have started officially writing for the new album.
We have officially
It's
started.
official. We
Three-
got Bones.
3 of the 4 Skulls are here tonight and have
Yep,
witnessed
and Ryan
it.
and Ryan came in and laid
Actually
some
has
drums
done.
down on another idea I had.
Right.
So we have stuff going on. So we are in process. So that's a big step.
That's a relief, actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, getting started.
Getting started
It's the biggest thing.
Over the hump of getting started is a big thing.
Yeah, getting started.
Right.
I agree.
Yep.
100%.
Now it's all down here from now. We gotta roll with it.
That's right. Then my next line was the Status of the Passion album. Status of the Passion album is at a standstill because of
Crickets.
the bass
Crickets.
player.
Crickets. Crickets.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the way.
yeah. All my creative juices are going for the Passion album.
Why aren't they done?
I mean, all my creative
Oh,
juices are going
see?
through the Four Skulls album. I'm sorry.
Alright, so anyway, I say that just four.
Just to-
You got four
Let's
more.
him and Larry Pancakes.
Just think
Smart.
it is.
Agreement.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and I already
Rick Flyer.
already talked about the up and
Flyer.
coming endorsement deal.
Yes. That was it.
Okay.
Not yet to be
Cal
announced.
Not yet to be announced.
Bro, Cal Troy.
Okay, all right, you guys, listen to this. According to Rolling Stone, Slash, Sammy Hagar, Joe Satriani, Chad Smith, drummer for
Say it again.
Mick Fleetwood,
No.
they're all going to be guests on Don Felder's new solo.
I can see that.
All right.
How cool.
I can
Good
see
for
that.
Don Felder.
Don needs a little bit of redemption, man.
Yes.
He did a lot of
God,
work.
what a list of people.
Don did a lot
Exactly.
of work.
Well,
and
Don wrote Hotel
he
California.
did. He was a big part of the Eagles in the early days,
And
and I
they
think they
dissed
kind of
him.
ousted him.
They threw him out.
You know, Vince Gill's in the Eagles now. I was with him the week he announced that. He was He was in the Eagles.
Ultimate respect for Don Felder. His creativeness.
Yeah, I
He
thought that was.
tore solo.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
was just wasn't he around here recently? Did he?
Probably, I think it was Louisville.
Yeah, something. He was with somebody on a tour. You
Yeah,
know.
I
Yes,
saw all
I
those
remember
names.
that.
I was
Last
like,
summer.
I was like, hey, that's cool.
Lexi's
He's
amazing.
got some
Yeah.
cool guys playing with him.
He does. He's a great player. He's a very creative person. I think, in my opinion, I have much respect for him.
All right, moving on.
Moving on.
Next news item.
Yep.
Lee Kerslake, original drummer for Ozzy on
He's sick, man.
Blizzard of Oz, Bark at the Moon.
Wow.
So you know how Ozzy and Sharon fucked Bob Daisley
Bob Daly, yeah.
and Lee Kerslake. They took
I
their
didn't
fucking
know
name.
that.
Oh yeah, they
Oh.
took their name off all the shit. They even re-recorded their shit and released it for like a couple years, and everybody's like,
This has been
Later
going
on, I
for a
think they
long
went-
been
time.
going on since it was fucking
Let
recorded.
me tell you, he's
Drink
Kerslake
whiskey
is
and
broke,
rocks, please.
and
Yeah.
he just says,
Now
"Look,
he's
man,
now he's dying of
he says,
cancer.
I just want to be known as the guy who drummed for Ozzy Osbourne."
Yeah.
And I really think
Those first album.
Sharon's kind of a shark. I think Ozzy might go, "No problem," you know what I mean,
Yeah.
or whatever.
He just does what she tells him.
Right, but
Well, that rhythm section done a lot. I mean, if you're backing up Randy Rhoads,
Yeah.
the rhythm section's got to be good, and that includes the
Yeah, well, even
bass.
they
Bob
even they
Daisley
they
was
even
one
went
of
as,
my
Backing up
influences.
Randy Rhoads.
I mean,
There it
I
is.
just can't say enough about Bob Daly. And
they even went as far as to re-record Bob Daisley's bass tracks with Rudy Sarzo, which is okay, but
I
not
like
most.
Rudy.
I love Rudy.
for
Rudy
the work
was
he's done, but Bob
Sarzo?
Daly, I
Yeah.
give him.
See,
Yeah,
Sarzo's
Sarzo.
playing with the Grand Funk now, right? With Bruce Kulick?
it's hard
I
to
think
keep track of
Sarzo's
it.
with
Can't
Grand
keep
Funk.
up with him.
Yeah.
Rudy Sarzo's playing with Grand Funk Railroad with Bruce Kulick, and they're on tour with Bob Seger.
I loved it.
Jim Roos Brown, all those guys playing with Bob Seger, they're on tour right now, and I think I'm pretty sure that Rudy Sarzo.
Now Kiss, when
Yeah.
Kiss came, I was a huge Kiss fan growing
Of course.
up, huge.
Yeah.
And when Unmasked came out,
Huge.
Crapped it
No
out.
H.
I was done.
One of my first musical memories was Destroyer. My neighbor was older. Destroyer came out in like '76, was it? I discovered it in about
76.
'83 or '4.
Yeah.
And then
I discovered it in '76. My brother brought it home.
and Destroyer were some of the first things, and maybe some culture.
Ooh,
Maybe
John Hurley hit hard.
Hey, fuck John Hurley.
You heard it
He-
here first, folks.
Maybe a little Wham.
Yeah, wham, yeah.
So anyway,
Bug.
Kerslake
Yeah.
is dying.
He's dying.
And
he wants to be known as
but-
the guy who drummed for Ozzy.
but they finally gave him his platinum album.
Did they?
They gave him his
Hurley.
platinum album.
And they'll have those at the service.
Yeah.
And he deserves it, man.
He deserves it.
He does deserve it.
Hopefully he'll get some money for his
Yeah.
family
I hope
out
so,
of
man.
it.
But you know how that goes. You know, they're really those guys are only making money from touring, and he's not in any shape to tour.
Right.
Look, the same way with Torian and those.
Touring and merchandise is where it's at
They're,
anymore.
yeah, and Mark Torian and those guys, they're not making record sales
Yeah.
anymore. Nobody does that anymore.
I'll tell you off camera.
We
I
can
know,
bring
I know
it
how
back,
much, I know how much they
We
made
can
that
bring
show
it
we
back.
played with them.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you off camera.
I saw them with Jack Russell. And
Stand up.
yeah, I saw him with
That's the
Portland.
show.
That's when I talked to Mark Torian was
Okay.
with Jack Russell, and I think somebody else was there. Who else was there?
Oh, I don't know, but when this year when he did the show with Jack Russell's Great White,
Yeah.
was when he had the Four Skulls showed up.
Yeah.
The
Jack
artist-
Russell
yeah.
was in such bad shape when I saw him. He had like feet of his intestines removed, and he was limping real bad. And I asked one of his guys,
You don't need those intestines.
"Nah, just a crap."
Will you get a smile?
Maybe
Hey, I got
will
it,
you
a
get a
buddy.
little
smile?
bell.
I got it.
Eyes, please, James. Hope we're not boring people, man. Is there? Everybody watching?
No,
Just
people are
chat.
hanging. Look, we
Are they?
fucking 16 people
Oh,
on.
wow.
That's
Hey, I
good.
appreciate you guys.
That increases.
Get on iTunes,
we may
buy
have-
all Larry Pancakes.
Will you drink one of these? Hell, you didn't.
I'm drinking bourbon.
Well, I asked you if you wanted a beer in there, and you said yes.
Is that it? You drinking it?
Yeah, I was drinking it. You take a Keystone?
Okay, I'll drink a beer.
Damn right. Be a man. Put some hair on them balls and titties. I mean,
That's horrible, dude.
Okay.
Kids watch.
All right.
What?
Which one's gonna put hair on my balls?
That one. The brown stuff.
But you want me to drink this?
That's
I
for
didn't,
girls.
I didn't define what kind of hairs.
Oh,
That's for girls. That's a girl's
That's
beer.
a true
I'll sip
answer.
on it. I'll sip one. Sip on
I
it.
love Miller Lite, but I love Keystone Light too. You know why? 'Cause I want to try it for that
Keystone?
commercial. Keystone.
I know Keystone. I told you that. I know him, man.
I know.
Went to
Yeah.
school with the guy.
Yeah, he's,
Yeah,
a,
you
he's a
did.
mechanic, yeah.
Yeah. He actually, I think he's Air Products. Didn't he own Air Products?
Air products?
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Okay, Duane?
My old partner in crime right here.
All right.
Larry Pancake.
We've done some
Next.
Nashville shows together. And
Next news item.
Totally.
Next news item.
Next news item.
Bang, bang, bang.
And Duane will be interested in this.
What is this outline of this show here?
I've got an outline.
All right. Oh my God.
We're professionals.
We're professionals.
Okay. Blue Murder.
Oh.
John Sykes.
A reality with
I'm
the
afraid to
three.
win already because
Says- Okay, Blue Murder reunion probably will not happen,
Oh.
says Tony Franklin.
Oh, Tony, come on.
Damn.
Tony, to me, well, he didn't make it. But
He played that fretless bass on
Hey.
those Blue Murder
Oh,
albums.
my
It was-
God.
Oh, it was just awesome. That was the
knows
first
Blue
time that I
Murder
really
did.
noticed
a bass.
a fretless
Well,
bass.
no, a fretless bass.
That's the first time I really noticed a fretless bass. I was like,
Probably.
what is that?
And when you hear that album, though,
Oh, yeah.
Blue Murder, John
Everybody
Sykes.
talks about John Sykes. Well, his vocals are awesome.
John Sykes.
Oh, his guitar playing.
His
One of
guitar
the
player
most
was awesome.
underrated guitar players you'll ever,
He's
ever.
the sexiest sounding guitar player. It just oozes and slippery.
Yeah.
And
And he had that blonde
White
bleached hair
Snakes,
back then.
Run, and
Tony
then I
Franklin
saw him up in
and
Huntington
Carmen
at the
Appice
wild, the old,
made-
whatever the Wild Dog
helped make
Saloon
him.
was
is
called.
that how you pronounce it?
Remember that? The
That's how I
Thin
pronounce
Lizzy tribute?
it wasn't Wild Dog.
Remember John
I call it
Sykes?
a piece.
A
You know,
piece.
I saw
That's his brother.
Rat. I saw.
Oh.
No,
No,
no.
Carmine
you remember
Appice?
the John
Carmine,
Sykes
yeah.
show?
I don't know. What's the two brothers?
It was the Thin
Frank-
Lizzy
No.
Frank
tribute, wasn't it?
Appice.
To Phil Lynott
Is it
and
Clyde?
John Sykes.
Clyde a piece?
No, there's two of them. There's
I know
brothers.
Do you remember
Carmen,
this,
I thought it
Mick?
was
Did you
Appice.
go up there, Duane?
What?
The Thin Lizzy trip, or the Thin Lizzy trip, or
No, I
the
didn't.
remaining members of Thin Lizzy,
Mhm.
blah blah blah. They had John Sykes there. They had Marco Mendoza on bass, Tommy Aldridge on drums,
Damn.
and the original guitar player from Thin Lizzy
Scott
at the
Gorham?
Wild Dog Saloon in Huntington, West Virginia.
Had Scott
Oh,
Gorham?
wow.
Is that who it
I
was?
saw
In-
Dave DeBrow.
In 2000, no, when was it? Was right after Robbie's.
Just
probably.
make up. Nobody will know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
whatever.
make it up.
I'm thinking 98.
But
Sounds
the
good.
original,
98.
the
Yeah.
power trio of Blue Murder.
We-
I was
man,
John
kick
Sykes.
ass.
Hey,
Tony
1998, I was
Franklin.
John
playing
Sykes,
1896.
Tommy Aldridge, Bang It, White Snake
Right.
all the way.
1998, I was playing 1896 Club. You were in Myrtle Beach, right?
97.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
More news.
Beep, 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 beep.
More news.
More news.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah. He snorted another line of ants.
No. He burst a blood vessel. This is news.
Oh,
I saw
okay.
this. This was on like 3 or 4 different news sites
Through his
today.
eye, yeah.
Burst a blood vessel in his eye.
Yeah.
This is news.
By snorting a line of ants.
I don't know why. Oh yes, he coughed.
He coughed.
He had a coughing spell, and the cough and
Or
cough.
was it? Did he snort Nikki Six's piss or something? What was
It
it?
was ants.
It
No,
was
it was
ants.
ants.
Oh, okay.
It was ants.
No, we're talking today.
Today. Oh,
Today. Today, he
He
busted,
sneezed.
he burst a blood vessel in his eye because he was coughing.
Yeah. Did he go, Sharon?
I guarantee it.
Sharon!
I guarantee it.
In Beverly Hills Mansion.
Yeah, poor guy.
He's on tour,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah, my boy keeps sending me texts like every 3 days. Aussie tickets. That's all it says.
Yeah.
Aussie tickets.
Tom Pack!
He's going to be
Tom
Riverbank.
Jim Clark.
I think he's going to be Riverbank.
John Scarborough,
Yeah.
Steve
Right.
Griffith,
Yeah, I need
Brian
to. I'll,
Tipton.
Really does like a
Jamie
four-time
Adams.
set.
Hey, man.
I'll check tomorrow. See if
What's
I can
going
find
on?
tickets.
The
The
yard.
biggest thing is Megadeth's opening for him. That's who I want to see.
Yeah.
It's Megadeth. I've seen Ozzy a few times.
Man, this
He's
is a
great.
long Mick and Duane show.
It is. This could be a world record.
We got more news.
Ding 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 ding. Yeah, I got all kinds. I got more news. Okay,
What we got?
next,
Next.
Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie.
The movie.
Did you go?
No, I didn't go.
Okay.
I watched a pirated copy on like Netflix or something. It was really dark. Which I thought was kind of dark. I think the movie was probably dark anyway.
No, you should have went to the fucking movie house and paid $5 to watch.
Yeah.
He gets a senior discount too, so it's even cheaper.
Anyway, they scored 5 Oscar nominations, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the movie itself, you know, it's not Titanic or anything, but for anyone involved in music and likes Queen,
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
it's pretty epic. I loved it. I loved it because I'm a musician. I love
Right.
Freddie Mercury.
Me too.
So to
I
me,
think-
it was over the top.
Personally,
over the top
I
cool.
think they overdone his overbite teeth.
No, they didn't. Have you ever seen his fucked up teeth?
Yeah.
They're
I
pretty
still-
fucking bad. I
they
think they were
really-
worse than
Really?
dudes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I
Got some
did?
pretty
I did
fucked up
learn
teeth.
was the dude that played him studied. Was it Farm Aid? Was that the Farm Aid show? Live Aid.
Live Aid, I think.
Studied every move, and if you sync, you can sync it up, and the movements are exactly the same.
That's
Yeah,
very
he did
cool.
great.
Yeah.
He did
He
good.
did. He did a good
really
job.
did. He did a lot of research, and Brian May and Deacon were on.
They didn't know what was expected.
They were
didn't know
there
what to
though.
know.
They helped give them,
Okay,
information.
okay. I need to stop things here and tell my brother JB. He says, "What is the Four Skulls exercise schedule?"
All right, here we go.
Fuck you, JB.
Cool.
Obviously, I'm not in Four Skulls.
It's either this
Leave these pythons.
or this.
Yeah.
He's in our pseudo
I'm just carrying
That's
that stuff.
propaganda
Actually,
van.
the Judy cups chops coming
Judy
in.
chops.
That's
We need,
exercise.
okay, we need to double our Judy chops.
Yeah.
I think will probably help us out, JB. Asshole. My brother down in Atlanta.
He's just jealous.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, JB.
JB, where's your show?
Where's the mannequin at? We need the return of what was her name?
Betty.
Betty, the mannequin.
Yeah,
Where's
Betty.
Betty at?
With a body
JB.
like that, you can do whatever you want.
Okay,
Man, you guys are like Bill and Ted's
more
Mick and Duane's
news.
Excelente Adventure.
I got more news.
Okay,
Let's do it.
we'll save it for next episode.
No,
Oh,
these
okay.
are all.
You
gotta be
Never
done
save
tonight.
anything for any episode.
You drink a drink?
San Diego.
Okay.
We ready for the
Yep.
news?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we need to get like sound
Yeah.
effects so you can pop up. Okay, so anyway, the first trailer for Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. It's a Ted Bundy biopic that has the debut of James Hetfield acting.
Oh,
Really? James.
Go James.
What part does he play?
He's
Ted
like
Bundy.
a cop or
Now,
something.
now, the guy that plays Ted Bundy, he's a young guy. What's his name? He's a young star, real built, real good.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I
he
didn't-
does look a lot.
Oh,
They
shit.
gave him a wig, and he looks a lot like Ted Bundy. From
Yeah.
What I saw. It's
All I saw was James Hetfield did a cameo.
You know what, man? Bundy had such charisma. Even the judge, as he was leaving, said, "You would have made a fine lawyer. You were, you know, you're a very
He's like,
bright
there's no
young
way
man.
this guy killed people.
And you just whack people all to pieces, man, or whatever." He was no Jeffrey Dahmer, but you know,
Right.
but he just
That
killed
was-
dudes. I
I
think
mean, a
he-
good looking,
considered
smart guy. You know, it could have been me. You know,
We could probably is you know? They probably go look in the backyard, man. Could have been me digging up with you.
We considered that as a concept for the album.
We did.
I
Well,
think
you did,
I
or
could write a
somebody
song
did.
with Force Call.
It's-
We haven't really come up with a concept yet. I
No,
think you
it's-
have in your mind.
it's undetermined.
You've not revealed it to us.
No, I've got.
What's the, there's one song,
I've got
Force Calls, that I
two,
like.
3, 4
What's
things
the one
on the hook.
video?
And that might be a concept
Force
someday.
Calls video.
Not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that song.
We should
Cool.
stream
Is
that.
that
All right,
on
folks,
iTunes?
we're gonna stream this live in the corner of the video.
They're all on
No.
there. Have you listened to any more than that one?
No. Well, once I heard Aaron singing,
That'd be cool,
I
man.
started heaving.
Dry heaving. Boy, Mick and Duane.
But yeah, I like that song. Not did you? That's a great story, really. You know, it really is.
Well, it's just part of the story.
Yeah.
The whole album tells the whole story.
Yeah.
The whole album's cool.
Listen to
Well,
the
like
whole
I said, I couldn't get past his voice.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard.
Well, he didn't do his. He
I've
didn't
heard
do.
Cat Screw with more harmony. You
He,
know.
he didn't do his church vibrato
Thanks,
like Robbie
buddy.
sees.
I'm a BJ.
Jenny Chop. Jenny Chop. Yeah.
He didn't do his church vibrato on that album.
Man, I love my haters. Really.
Sorry.
Last
Last news story.
last
Thank
news
God.
item.
All right.
Thank God. Okay. Mariano Rivera
Mhm.
inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Mhm.
You remember him?
Mhm.
Closer for the Yankees.
Oh, okay.
Money.
Yeah, I got you.
Money. When he came out on the field, his walk-on song was Inner Sandman.
Okay.
You know, he's coming out to kick ass, and he always did.
Right.
Okay, so Metallica did this video congratulating Mariano Rivera on his induction into the Hall of Fame, blah, 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 blah. And then later he comes out with a story. Well, I don't really listen to Metallica because it's against my religious beliefs.
Now?
Well, he didn't listen to them then, but
They just
he didn't give a fuck what song
From
they
what
played.
I understand, so and so gets the bat
Right.
because they get to pick it. So there had to have been some.
He didn't pick.
Yours is I Want to
He
Know
let-
by Whitney Houston.
No, mine is "Wind Beneath My Wings" by Bette Midler.
Or something like that.
You only know that you're
Yeah.
my zero.
From what I read, he didn't pick. He just let them pick because
Yeah,
it was
for
it was
them.
sinister and
Yeah.
and
I'd come up to OPP. Yeah, you know me.
he was cool with the vibe.
Yeah,
You know. But he did,
OPP was
1930.
down the road here. It used to be Perry's. It's Garden Roller Rink.
Garden, yeah.
When I was a kid, snowstorm or whatever, I would go.
OPP.
OPP, I'd be like doing the old skate moves, like,
Yeah.
then I'd spin around, I'd be like,
I want Tully showing
you know what I'm
up.
talking about? Yeah. And so we
Where's my dollar? at?
Atomic Dog.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Atomic Dog.
Hell, I got some change. Let me make it hell. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make it hell on this
I'll
motherfucker.
keep this one.
Yeah, Atomic Dog, OPP, all those old great songs. Funky Comadina, Funky Comadina.
What
All that.
has Metallica came out with?
I'm doing my
The
own
orig-
rap album here.
Religious belief?
Oh, learn that
I don't
song.
know. Who cares?
I think it's anonymous.
I don't get live with them.
I don't.
I don't either. That's what I'm saying.
So it's
Yeah.
Why is he saying something?
I don't know.
It's a cool riff.
I guess
Go with it.
I guess because they talk about killing and death and stuff.
Now you're going down that
You
tube
know,
again.
I noticed that
Master of
I
Puppets.
don't-
James Hetfield
Master of
uses
Puppets.
the Shure 55. Have you seen that?
Kill 'em all.
That classic Shure 55.
Yeah, yeah.
Have
Kill
they
all
always
the
done
puppets.
that? They
You
call
know,
it a Super Shure 50,
Yeah.
Super 55.
I've noticed that, you know, in their
Yeah.
tours in the last
Yeah.
15 years, I've
Those
noticed
things aren't great. I had one, and
Yeah.
it was okay, but it wasn't like a wireless. You know what I
they,
mean?
they look cool on
Yeah,
stage.
they look great.
Yeah.
But sure, anything Sure is really good. But you know,
Sure.
mine was one.
Sure
of,
it is.
Mine was blue, the blue mesh.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
It's a Heil.
I got you. Yeah, mine was like that.
I used that down in Nashville much.
Yeah, I got that off Chappie.
Yeah, because Chip had it down there when we hooked up with Eddie Robinson.
Did Rabbit?
And
Didn't it
he
shock the
plays
shit out
for
of
Frankie Ballard on country radio.
Betty
Frankie
is
Ballard's
dead.
one of the best ones.
Whom?
For
Betty,
shirt.
Joe
And
Bryant, JB says Betty is dead.
Send a shout out to all my Nashville.
We need a Betty Jr.
Sorry.
Todd Witt joined. Hey
What you talking
Todd,
about, Dwayne?
I wish that I had Todd Witt's girl.
God,
Dave Young.
go back
Hey,
and watch
Bob.
this from the beginning.
Vernon.
Vernon, Dave Young.
BD.
He's got BD.
BD
Oh, no,
Young.
he he is BD.
He is BD Young.
Aaron said BD.
Well, Chip McClellan always told me, he said, clap ain't so bad.
Yeah. I talked to Chip a couple weeks ago.
Vulnerable dick.
We still love old Chappie.
Vulnerable dick.
I think he got BD.
Oh shoot,
We
we
got
can't
BC,
cuss in here. How
we got
dare you
BC.
guys
Aaron
try to
called
leave
me one
in
night and goes, I think he got BD. I'm just kidding, it wasn't using another
Oh,
Aaron.
no.
Does that stand for vaginal discharge?
Man, what are you doing?
He already told you.
I mean,
He's got
we're on
kids that
video.
are watching
How
this.
dare you say that? I mean, I thought I was like prepping. not
And that
to
was
say
the second
anything
time I
about
got
it.
the
He's
crap.
trying to keep his
You said
vaginal
something.
discharge a secret.
Oh.
No, I know that,
I walked
man.
in.
I totally want that from the female Navy.
I walked
Oh, shit.
I walked into the conversation with Aaron and he said, and that was the second time I got the crap.
Good Lord.
The crap? Or the clap?
The crap.
Good
Oh,
Lord.
the crap?
Shit.
That's a wrong hole.
Oh, my Lord.
Oops.
Craziness.
Sorry.
All right, folks.
Sorry,
Censored.
Yes.
Censored.
Aaron
censored,
Marshall Miller
censored.
here. Bangity bang bang at a crash party.
Ding, ding, ding,
Crash
ding,
party.
ding,
Crab
ding, ding,
party.
around the news.
Crab party.
Crab party.
Crab party.
Might be out of. Are we out on the Mick and Duane show? We
do, but we still got listeners, so we'll just keep rolling.
Oh, okay.
What
Oh,
what
hell,
does it
this
have
is
to
an
get
extended
down to?
version. We're recording the next 13 days on this.
This is the pick holder. That's Radical
What is that,
Sound
an ashtray?
Company.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But it's the pick holder.
So, what's
See,
new?
look, it's
the
got
bass
skull-
player
it's got
pick
skulls
holder.
inside.
I would love to record a metal song. Why don't you? Let's write a Four Skulls song. Let's do.
And
Not
if you're
tonight,
playing
but
hard enough,
I can write one.
Sure. Here, I'm ready.
you gotta record playing a pick with holes in it.
Old school kids,
So you can hold on to it.
Is that chocolate beads in there?
Don't you know? Then the buzzer rings, so
well.
walking like
But if you
Aaron's
put 'em
got
together,
crab's eggs.
what
Oh, shit. Ow.
Aaron's got the crabs again.
Yeah, if you put them together, what does it resemble? I don't know. A shaker. That's it. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm so wild they stay off of me.
Why me?
You're like, nope.
Aaron's like,
Nope, I ain't biting that some gun.
he's like, why did they like me so much?
He's got anti-bourbon in his blood.
Oh,
It's
goodness
horrible,
gracious.
man. It's horrible.
All right.
Who else
Well,
on
let's
there?
do it.
Who are we looking at?
Are we done? Jim Clark.
Jim Clark.
He
Let's
said, he said I paid $20 to shake an egg. So Jim Clark came in. Jim Clark came in and
Yeah.
he had this song and he's like, okay, what are we gonna do? He said drums and all that, and he played the song, his $1,000 seed song. I was like, so we hired a drummer, Tony, our old drummer, and
Leonard.
and Tony come in. He was sitting here, and I was listening to the song. I was like, dude, I think all it needs is a fucking egg shake.
But you can do that in the click.
No, we did it live. We took that fucking egg right there. We took that egg, and he got in that.
Yeah.
He got in the vocal booth and did.
You know, man, the Beatles used to get together and
Did the egg
shake
shake.
all kinds of different stuff together. You know what I mean? They'd layer the tape in those days.
But it sounded great.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It sounded great, and then Tony was done, went home. He's like, "Damn, I can't believe I paid that guy $20 to shake a fucking egg."
I've done it for 10, man. Tell me I've done it for 10. I'm left-handed, but I did it this way. Man. But yeah, man. The Beatles used to get together and they would do all kinds of funky stuff, especially in the later years of their 9-year career or whatever it was.
Is that all it
I
was?
think so. I think
Yeah.
they're only together 9 years.
Yeah.
Look at the impact, though.
I know.
Paul McCartney, man. I met Paul Rogers about 5 or 6 months ago from Free Bad Company.
Right.
He's like the biggest influence on me musically, vocally. and Paul.
Never smoke, never do nothing.
No, nothing.
Takes
man.
care of
The
his
voice.
voice.
He's
Takes
70
care
years
of it.
old. Still hits him like he was 15.
He takes care of
He
it.
does. He's a Canadian citizen. He's got dual citizenship. He told me in Canada and in the UK where he's from. And then I got Paul McCartney and Paul Carrick. I love those singers. Remember Paul Carrick?
Nope.
He was in Squeeze.
I remember Squeeze.
Remember Paul Carrick had a big song. Don't shed a tear. Don't shed a tear for me. My life won't it. No, nothing. You guys don't know any.
No,
You're not cultured.
I
I'm
know.
out on that.
Trying to get the camera.
But he did.
in.
He did.
I don't listen.
Tempted.
I don't listen to
He was the
music.
voice of Tempted.
I don't listen to
Yeah.
music that sucks.
Yeah, you're right. He was the voice of. He was the voice of Tempted.
So,
Tempted by the fruit of.
No,
I
I'm
found a toothbrush, some toothpaste.
he's a straight up
a flat
metal
upon
rock
my
dude. He has
face.
no I should have
I'm
prepped
out.
you. He's out on anything other than metal and rock past.
I've been listening to Faith No More, and I'm in the gym. The Epic album.
Faith No More's singer was supposed to sing
I saw
this
that.
past weekend,
He
then he backed
canceled
out.
Yeah. He was supposed to do the national anthem though.
Yeah.
He's not really national anthem material. He's more of a screamer. You know what I mean?
Bigfoot.
Folks,
So
I'm
if you
with
say
you
you're
on
going to do it, you do it.
Yeah.
Here a minute.
Was that a playoff game or something?
Yeah, it was NFC or AFC championship.
I love football, but I've not watched it since the kneeling shit started. And I wrote a song.
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
over.
Have
Yeah.
you ever heard my song?
I have.
I get hate mail
Speedway.
over that, man. I still get hate mail over it.
Yeah.
And it's
I like the
just,
song.
It's,
I've been
it's
drinking
just
like
it's just my
10
feeling.
weeks.
My dad died from
That's
Agent
a
Orange in
good thing.
Vietnam, and
Right.
I took it personal, and I just quit watching football. I love football.
I did too.
I just
I hated it, but
I know.
my
Counts
team's
with
the
your wallet,
Cowboys, and the owner of my team said, "You do that shit,
You're
you're out."
That's right. Yeah. And like I said,
Am
you
I
think the girls?
am I allowed to protest on my
Work?
company time?
Right,
at
no.
work?
If you went in and
Negative.
took a
Tell me
knee, they could be
smoking
like,
negative. Yeah, they say no. You
I
get
just
your
don't
shit,
like
you
it,
got-
man. And you may love it. I don't care. You know, if you're gay, that's fine. It's fine with me. I don't care what you do. It's not me.
Don't accuse me of
Why did I
childhood
point at
habits.
you when I said that? But I'm just saying, I just didn't like it, and I wrote a song about it. And people send me hate mail occasionally, and it's like, you're un-American, you're this and that, and it's just a song, man. You know?
Yeah, no,
Don't-
I agree.
Don't
I
get
did
mad
not
at
like
me because I wrote a song about it.
You know who I fault? I fault the TV networks and stuff for sensationalizing it.
Yeah,
For
right.
when them motherfuckers kneeled,
Yeah,
they should have fucking
Right.
filmed
Something.
a veteran standing instead of some
it's just a
motherfucker
shame
kneeling.
that it's come to that, and it's not anything about protesting
Sit
to
down
me.
for
It's
it,
just
brother. I'm
respecting
good.
what we
Thank
pledge
you for the
allegiance
whiskey.
to our whole life in school. I
Yeah.
pledge allegiance to the flag, man, and that's what it's about for me.
Yeah, the flag.
You
is,
may not agree, and
the
that's
flag
fine.
is
I mean,
the flag is bigger than
Yeah.
any politician.
who
that's
cares
in
what I
office.
think? I mean, I'm
Or
just,
any
I'm
person,
you
if
know.
you think of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives us a place to live.
You're an interesting group of people, pal.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Personality disorders.
You see that fucking bastard, bro? On the chair, smack, smack.
Andy Chop.
On the
Chop.
band,
Judy
chair.
Chop.
Yeah.
Alright. We
But I'm
ready to
telling
call
you,
the Mick and
either
Duane
person-
show?
You're up to
No,
12,
we got
man. We were
we
at 8.
no, we got even more people. Okay, so what we got?
There's more
Well,
people to piss off.
Well, I was
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
segue before I back smacked
Back smack
on
the
my
pancake.
best brother.
He flipped-
He's one of my closest
He
friends
flipped
ever.
he flipped the
He's a
pancake.
brother. He's one of my best buddies I've ever had.
I'm the only
Man.
friend you got. You know?
No doubt. No doubt. You know, we started our careers out together, and
have you ever been on a bus with him for 20 hours?
Close enough, man. I've been on some, you know.
32 hours, wasn't it?
Well, it was 20.
2
It was 20 hours up.
you licked
Yeah.
your
That
lips.
that
on
one
him.
bus we were on, everybody got the crabs but me. I don't know what happened.
Would you drive?
Larry
No.
Pancake, one of my best friends, brothers throughout the years. You know, 1896 is where it started.
That's right.
You know,
remember
1996,
1896?
Oh, yeah.
we were playing
Man,
up
I was
there.
there for a couple of
We
years.
were
or
just
more,
starting
yeah.
out in music at that time, and getting into it. And when we did the stint, and done it like the pros, and try to get to our game at that young age, and then
Yeah, we're talking 19, 20 years old. We were.
I'm talking about 1896.
Oh, yeah.
That was a long time ago.
You know what? That was the
19.
happening place in Huntington. when I walked in, I was playing the National. I went up there.
Damn.
He was like, freeze down, rest my head on a pillow made of concrete. And nobody around here was playing the kind of stuff he was doing, Kiss and Pearl Jam and everything in between. You had Jason Allen, you had
What
Lee
year?
Canterbury. Who was playing bass?
What year?
Jason Allen,
About
Lee Canterbury,
96.
John Gossovich on bass.
John Gossett. He
I
passed
remember
away
John.
though. John didn't.
John
yeah.
Gossovich
Yeah.
was in.
1996.
I remember
So it was about 96. I started
Is
playing
that when
about
who you
90,
played with?
96,
I think so.
95.
Yeah,
Barbie,
listen.
Bert Allen's
1996.
talent show.
John
National.
Gosto.
Our U card, Dracula spelled backwards. John Gossovich was in it.
When Passion played?
Yep.
Okay, so that was 80. That was in the 80s.
Gostovich, he has a sister, right?
What they're talking
Yeah.
about
I saw
is
her
after that.
some-
Carol
Yeah.
Ann. Yeah.
Yeah.
God bless
And
his
God-
soul. One
yeah.
of the baddest ass bass
Yeah.
players too, and he had long,
Yep.
gorgeous hair,
He's not with us
good looking
anymore,
dude,
right?
and just one of the best cats you could ever meet.
But he's
Yeah.
not with us now, no.
Who?
And everything.
John Gossovich.
Gostovich, yeah.
That's
See,
it.
when did
God
he-
rest.
He took his own life.
Yeah,
I
he
think.
did. He took his own life. When was that, Aaron? You remember that?
It's been.
Yeah, it's back
It's
in.
been.
Yeah, it's been years.
10,
That's what
12,
we're talking
15
about,
years.
It's been, yeah, it's been at least
Duane.
that,
We're,
yeah.
that's what we're talking about right now.
We knew him before then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good guy.
I don't remember.
Great
So
stuff.
we,
That's when
I saw a lot of
me and
things.
LP.
My first really good gig was 1886. I was playing a place in Ashland, and this guy comes up and goes, "You ever heard of Mike Murphy?" And I said, "No."
Where in Ashland was you play?
I was at the Country Music Highway Cafe, and Tom Martin comes in. He goes, "You ever heard of Mike Murphy?" I said, "No." And he goes, "You sound just like him when you hit the high notes."
Hmm.
And so he gives me a cassette tape that time, and it's Diamonds and Steel, and it was Appalachian Lady, Broken Man, Old Cheap Wine, all these songs. I learned them the next week, and it was like Appalachian Lady, and then it just started from there. There was somebody in the
Can you all
restaurant.
play that right now?
You got
No.
great songs, man.
There was somebody in the
Can you-
restaurant.
Can you two do
from,
Appalachian Lady?
That's a
From
killer song. It
1896
really is. Should
club,
have been a hit.
Let me
It
They,
should've been a hit back
they
then.
saw me playing and said, "Hey, would you want to come play 1886?" Because
We'll
he
get
was
that.
playing,
We'll get that together.
and he went to the Alabama Theater.
No, I want.
Is that right?
You want to line
Put him on the spot.
ad lib.
I don't
Appalachian
think
Lady.
I could learn the guitar that fast.
I could
enough
play
to
it, but I screwed up.
Try it.
But anyway,
Pussy.
so this
You
guy,
want it, man.
1886
Go
club,
ahead,
comes
man.
in. He went
Please.
to Alabama Theater. We had Skin to Win in those days. Remember Skin to Win?
Yes. I mean,
Talk about
yes.
something that brought the people in, and unfortunately, is
Yeah, but did you
Gentleman
all play?
Jack.
But did you all play the neutral zone?
I never
You
was.
damn
able
right
to
I
know.
danced at the
You,
neutral.
you were there.
I was never-
You was young. You
I
was
was
young.
Valkyrie.
I was never in
A
neutral.
Valkyrie.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Totally twerking there.
Mike Blair
I was
singing
never in
Yeah.
the neutral.
Carrie.
Yeah, it
Europe.
was
Ready to go.
Europe songs.
doing Europe songs and
Yeah.
Dawkins and
Cherokee.
yeah,
Yeah, remember those songs?
yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron, come here.
Hey, Aaron.
Hurry up.
He's a non-professional.
No, we're going.
We'll wrap it up here.
We're going to wrap it up. This is the world record for Mick and Duane show.
Yeah. An hour and 20 minutes.
Because we're
21
interested.
minutes. 22 minutes.
Right,
We're interested.
right.
Interesting.
Not so much him or him. But me and you got
Yeah.
this little connection.
Not so much here
Speaking to the microphone.
or here, but
right in here.
Right here with the
Yeah.
duty shop. Ah!
I knew it. Richard. Yeah.
so anyway, you.
14.
You.
You.
Thank you all for tuning in to
We should do it
the
again, man.
infamous.
We should do it
Yes,
again.
absolutely.
Infamous.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime. The infamous and the most famous Mick and Duane show. Cheers.
Signing off.
We're going to sign off. We got us. Beth Crabtree is here. And she thinks that Aaron is leaving, but it's not happening.
I'm
She's
ready
lurking
to
in
go.
the
I have
shadows.
to work tomorrow.
You do?
Yes, I do.
It's only 10:30.
Amen, guys.
It's only
I'm
10:30.
really, actually, extremely annoyed.
What time you got to work? Well, we're
Can
going
we
to turn the
sign off from the show?
we're going to turn the
Annoyed her.
camera off, and then you won't. Then you can see it. Okay. All right.
All right, we gotta go.
So anyway,
Mike and Tina here. Got to go home.
thank you all for tuning in to the Mick and Duane show.
You.
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 Out of here.
We're out.
Clank.